Hey everyone, it's DC here again doing another live CTF. Tonight I'm going to be going through the crack the hash exercise on tryhackme.com. So I was just quickly reading through this and it looks like a few of these in level 2 probably need Hashcat, which I don't have installed. So I'm going to need someone who's got Hashcat installed to give me the ending answer, but I'll give you the parameters to put in there, and yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, let's get going, and yeah, let's begin. So I'll just join this room here. Just gotta fix something up on the stream real quick. Alrighty. So join the room. The link for this one should be up on your screen. Should be tryhackme.com/room/crack the hash. Alrighty. So it looks like a lot of people have finished this before, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like a good one. Alright, turn that back off. Barry Van Wyck, welcome back. Sophie Lee, welcome back again. Angelina Fu, what up? Cool hat. Yeah, this is my Huff hat. It's my favorite hat at the moment. I like it. OJY, what up? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so anyone who's just joined, I haven't started yet, but I'm doing the crack the hash CTF on tryhackme.com. And yeah, someone is going to need to install Hashcat for this because I don't want to do it. So you guys do that. So let's begin. So I'll read the description. There's no description. Great. Can you complete the level 1 tasks by cracking the hashes? Now I'm going to do these in easy mode just because I don't really want to open up a terminal. So that first one is, does anyone know the answer? Because I know the answer. Just from looking at it. Does anyone know the answer? I'm going to bring up a website which is going to help me decipher or unencrypt these different hashes. The website, for anyone interested, I'll chuck it in the chat. It's called MD5 Decrypt, and it has a whole bunch of different decryption tools, I guess, for any stored hashes. It's one of the most commonly used ones out there because it also does a hash finder. So I'll bring that up. So if, for example, we have this hash and you weren't sure what that hash was, you can go to this md5decrypt.net/English/hash finder, type that in there, and it should spit out what that hash is. So the options here are MD2, MD4, MD5, LM, NTLM, Haval, etc., etc. Just from looking at that, I can see it's an MD5. So it's on the list here. So I'm going to go into here, and yeah, that's going to tell me what the answer is. So I'll just get that little tail off the end. Decrypt. Bingo. The answer is easy. That's a bit sassy, isn't it? All right. So we go easy. Submit. I'm curious what the hint was. I should have clicked on that before. Timothy Nailon, have you tried Hash Killer? Is that just another one of these websites that basically goes through hashes, or is that a software? I haven't used it, so I'm not sure. Alrighty. So the next one. Oh, just accidentally closed my window there. Okay, so the next one is this guy here, number 2. Now that looks like one of the SHAs. I'm gonna have a quick look at the hint. SHA, but which one? Okay, so I was right that it was a SHA. It's not too long. Looks pretty classic. Let's put it into the hash finder and see if we can get a result on what it is. If it just tells me it's one of the SHAs, I'm gonna be upset. SHA-1. SHA-1. Okay, so it's SHA-1. So this sort of makes, you know, getting through hashes pretty easy. Let's put it in there, see if it's there. It is a SHA-1 and it was password 123, one of the easiest passwords ever to crack. So password 123, submit, we're in. All right, task number 3. Let's get this guy. We'll go back to the same website. Let's go hash finder. This looks like SHA as well. I wonder what the hint is on this one as well. SHA again, okay. So I'd take a wild guess that this is SHA-256, but I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out. So 256, 256. Yep. So let's try SHA-256 because it's a pretty easy giveaway. I guess this CTF is sort of designed to help people let me in. It's sort of designed to give people a basic understanding of encryption and decryption of different hashes, which is sort of exactly what it's doing here. Timothy, oh dude, are you the guy who was telling me about the sticker placing green slopes? Is that you? Okay, task number 4. There is a massive giveaway at the beginning of this one, which is $2Y$. That to me looks like bcrypt. I want to see what it says here. Bcrypt, okay. So I don't even know if I need to bother with that. It's bcrypt. Let's put it in. Oh, that's an encryption. So I need someone with someone go to Hashcat and get Hashcat because I'm not going to install it. That is you. Okay. Hashcat examples. So there's a site here which is where you download Hashcat from, and it gives you all sorts of different examples on different hashes. Sierra, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, so bcrypt. So $1 to $1 looks good. So can someone please decrypt this using Hashcat for me? I'll skip over it for now. And yeah, okay, so did you use Hashcat to get that answer, OJY? So this one is apparently the hint was MD4. I probably shouldn't have read the hint because it's not a hint, it's exactly what it is, which is kind of annoying. Eternity 22. That's an interesting password. I guess that was just one of the ones dug out of like the RockU list. Steeko, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. You did use Hashcat. Okay, so you reckon it's bleh. I'll chuck that in. Correct. Well done, man. So I'm gonna guess you put into Hashcat I'll see if I can get a terminal window up. I'll just bring it over. So it would have been something like hashcat. Then you would have referenced the list. Or you can do it any number of different ways, I guess. Probably would have put the command in first. So I think it actually gives you an example up the top here somewhere. So it would have been like A0M 3200, was it? And then list.text, and then you also have to put in the hash, whatever the hash is. So basically what it's going to do there is it's going to run hashcat. You specify the attack mode, the encryption mode, and then it's going to hit the list and then the stored hash. So in that hash text file, you would then put the bcrypt hash. So you would put that in there, and then you would reference it against rocku.txt, because it's a massive list of passwords basically. It doesn't say to use that, but pretty much all of these CTFs use rocku.txt. So then that would eventually spit out the answer. I don't have hashcat on here, otherwise I'd run it myself, and that obviously gave bleh as a password. So anyway, let's get on to the second part of this. So we've got this task increases difficulty. All of these answers will be in the classic rocku password list. You might have to start using hashcat here and not online tools. That's a shame. It might also be handy to look at some examples hashes on the hashcats page. So that's the page I just opened here, which I'll give you all a link to as well. Alrighty. Alright, so people with hashcat, get ready. I'm going to see if I can find out what these hashes are just by looking at them. So let's grab this one. So F09. I'm just going to use the online tools first to see what they are, and to get some sort of indication of what they are so that we can sort of go off that. So SHA, it's a 256. So I guess I probably can use this. It depends if someone has encrypted through this website, which I'm going to take a wild guess that someone has before. Yes, we're lucky. It's Paul with an E. So we put that in, Paul, submit. All right, hash number 2. Oh, where's my mouse going? hashkiller.co.uk. Okay, I'll give it a try. hashkiller.co.uk. Is it any different to this one that I'm already using, or is it just something else? Oh, okay. Pen testers, several location, promote greater security internet by demonstrating the weakness of using weak hash-based storage / authentication. Okay. Hashcat GUI. There's a hashcat GUI on here. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Download zip. Oh, it's not embedded in the website. I thought it was like a hashcat GUI in the website. I was like, that's awesome. Someone should do that. Someone do that project. And so people, Timothy now is saying people submit their decrypted hashes. Sweet. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep going with this dodgy website version though, just for the sake of this video being a little bit easier. So let's have a look at the hint. NTLM. So let's go back to here. Is there NTLM? There is. NTLM. I'm not familiar with that other website, otherwise I would use it. but I don't want to learn on here because we'll be here forever watching me. All right, that's a funky password. I would be that is probably in RockQ actually, I guess. So let's put that in here. Submit. Hash. Okay, this one I definitely cannot do through that GUI. So someone is going to need to. Where's my window gone? Can someone please run hashcat on that? So it's got a salt to it, which is just like a second part of a password, I guess. Almost like a secret key to a password. Like if you had, for example, LastPass, and all of your passwords are stored, you have to then enter a master password first, and then the like another password to get in. This is sort of how that sort of system works, by having a hash and then a salt associated with that hash. So 6, a really hard salt. Someone run that into hashcat. I'm gonna have a look at this next one here, which is the second last one, and then after we've completed those, I'll do a quick overview of what we've done and then answer any questions. So the last one on here is also a hash and salt. I'll just pass that in here. So if we go to this site here, I'm not sure what BCO, bcrypt. Okay, so if we go here and have a look for salt, you can usually get examples of what they sort of look like to compare it against. So if we go something, for example, like MD5 salt, that looks pretty similar to what we have. I'm gonna bet there's a lot here. Yeah, there's heaps. So there's like Kerberos, 7-zip. This website, Hashcat, basically has everything in there, which is exactly why I use it as my logo on YouTube. I incorporated that Hashcat cat with the Kali Linux thing and the SQL injection page and a whole bunch of other stuff, because it is such a common tool in cybersecurity, basically. So it's a little bit of random insight for you all, I guess. But Electrum Wallet, Skip 30, like there's so many different things that utilize a salt hash. It's ridiculous. How many? There's 54 apparently, according to this particular thing. So has anyone got an answer on either of those hashes with salts yet? Because I don't have hashcat on here and I don't feel like putting it on there. Come on. Okay, the first one is an MD5 or a SHA-256, and the second one is almost definitely MD5 as well. I'm going to check out this hashcat GUI while I'm waiting for someone else to work this out for me. Download. Does this work on Mac as well? This is the problem. I've used hashcat on a Windows computer before and my Kali box, but I've never played with it on Mac before. But this Mac is the only computer I have that can handle me streaming with a camera and an overlay. So someone needs to work those out for me. What's the last one say? So HMAC SHA-1. So where is it? HMAC. There it is. So 160. Someone put 160 for the second one. Hashkiller didn't have either. That's interesting. Did you put it against the right hash mode? they might not have been entered into HashKiller. That's the problem that I was saying before. If it has never been entered into that particular website, it won't have it in the database. But I'm quite sure, did he say up here? Yeah, so he's using the RockU password list. So you're going to need to reference both of those task numbers to to the RockU password list, which I'll also give you a link for. So get that, I'll chuck that in there. It'll probably take a while to download that because it's a couple of gig. Again, I don't have it on here, but yeah, that's basically what it is. So that one's a SHA-1 HMAC or HMAC SHA-1. The first one, I'd take a wild guess that it's probably MD5. Let's have a look, $6 or bcrypt even. Or it could even be SHA-256 bcrypt. SHA-256 crypt. Let's say SHA. Or even 512 actually. Try this one. Try 1800 for the first one. So RockU is a password list. That one I just posted in the chat. It's a huge password list from years of collected passwords. And so that 1800 that I've just posted there, that's the potential mode to run against the first one. I'm pretty sure it's SHA-512 crypt. And the second one is HMAC. Let's have a look. What did it say before in the hint? HMAC SHA-1. HMAC SHA-1. It was up there somewhere. But yeah, give those two a try and you'll definitely get the answer. But yeah, sorry, I was talking about RockU. So RockU password list is a huge password list. I'll go to it for you. So there's probably a description on here. I don't want to download it. It's going to take flip. Oh man, my internet's so slow. That's going to kill this stream as well. Anyway, RockU is a massive password list from many years of collecting passwords. I believe it's also what's used on the website haveibeenpwned.com or .net, which is a website where you can enter in your email address and it'll tell you if your email address has ever been found on a website that has been compromised before, which means your password at that time when it was compromised is potentially listed in either the RockU list or one of the many other password lists out there. But the RockU.txt password list is probably the most commonly used one because it has in it a list of passwords it's just so massive that it almost covers pretty much every password that there potentially is. So it's very popular for things like CTFs, especially on TryHackMe. I've seen it before on other challenges, and I think I even used it on my own challenge that I put on there a little while back. So yeah, that's what RockU.txt is. It's a shame that there's no description here. All the answers will be in the classic RockU password list. So the first one was 1800. I'll give you, did I put the hash in there? Yeah, so the first one was, well, I'm pretty sure it's mode 1800 because it looks like a SHA-512. It looks like this, right? $6. Let's have a look at it again. $6. I'm pretty sure that that's a SHA-512 crypt. And the second one, according to the thing, was the hint was a HMAC SHA-1. So let's find a HMAC SHA-1. Whoa, what was that last one? Four minutes. Yeah, I know you're in Australia when it takes you 10 minutes to download the Rocky list. It's sad because I'm on NBN as well, so I should be getting some pretty decent speeds. I'm meant to have a 100 down and 20 up, but realistically I get around 10 down and point sweet F all up. It's terrible, but that's just how the world works, I guess. Was it HMAC SHA-1? It was. Let's find that again. HMAC SHA. Let's have a look. So 3600 maybe. Key pass, key salt. So it could be this one. 160. Is that what it is? It's a salt and a... I need to look at this again. So, okay, yep. So I'd say that's 160 for the second one. I'll put that in the chat there as well for you so you can work that one out. Hi DC, sorry I missed the beginning of this video. Kindly explain what is the video about and how has this fit into cybersecurity role? I know is a big question. Soames Fares or Fez. I will give you a quick rundown because we're waiting on some stuff to happen here because I'm being lazy tonight and not using Hashcat myself. So basically, we have gone through this website Crack the Hash, which is Cracking Hashes Challenge. And the first task was basically to go through a whole bunch of encrypted passwords to find out what those passwords were after we have decrypted them. So this one was MD5. The second one was SHA-1, I think, from memory. I wrote it down here, so let me find it. SHA-1. The next one was SHA-256. This one's SHA-256. This one was, we had to use Hashcat for this, and it was a bcrypt / blowfish hash. And the last one on here was an MD4 hash. So we went through each one of those and unencrypted. We found out what type of hash they were by going to this website md5decrypt.net and going to this menu item here and then going to hash finder. And basically it's as easy as you copy the hash, you type it in there, it tells you different possibilities that this particular hash could be. From looking at it, we knew it was an MD5, so that looks like an MD5. So we went back to this website. You can do this through Hashcat as well. You would just have to run it as mode 0, attack probably 1, or you can use this website and just click decrypt. It does it for you. The only problem with this website is that someone needs to have put encrypted the password through this website previously. And I chose to do it through this website because it's one of the more popular ones out there, mainly because it has that feature of finding what the hashes are. So if you just want to quickly search for a hash and you go, okay, I wonder what this hash is, it looks a bit fishy, I'll chuck it into this website, chuck it into the hash finder, it'll tell you what the hash is. And then you can then try and decrypt it through the website, or you can at least try those different hash modes in Hashcat. So this one would be mode 0, attack, whatever. And yeah, that's as easy as it is. Cloning seclist now, fast and download from Skull Security. Yeah, true. Maxing out your MBN. Yeah, me too. I'm maxing out my MBN just by using YouTube. You gotta love Australian internet, right? So we did the same thing, Mr. Soames Fairs, on this second challenge, except that most of these hashes we haven't, or two of them, we haven't been able to find through that website. Only because that website doesn't solve hashes with salts. And I don't know any websites that do. Maybe CyberSec, but I doubt it. So CyberSec, I'll explain quickly because I use it almost on a daily basis, is a website that has, you basically cook recipes of different encryption methods. So for example, you can go SHA-1. So you put your input in here first, actually. So if I was to grab this guy, and then that would be my input, and then I would cook it up by saying I want HMAC SHA-1, which gives me that, and then I would need to put in a salt in there as well, but I don't think it will work. So yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. So SHA-1, I'll get rid of this guy here. Whoops. Might need to be the other way around. I'm surprised this website even has these functions on it, to be honest. So the salt I was explaining just before, a salt is like, if you've ever used a password manager like LastPass or 1Password, you have to enter in, before you enter in your password, you have to enter in a master password. It runs on a similar system to that, where that's not really a good description, I guess, but it's a similar sort of system where there's a master password or another part of a secret password associated with the main password. Are you with me? Do you sort of understand what I'm saying? It's a pretty poor description. So I guess that could work. So salt, is TryHackMe. I wonder, I'm curious now actually. I want to try this. But salt is a really hard salt. I'm curious if the old CyberSec is going to help me out here. So 5 rounds. What's this? Wow, that's pretty cool. Password hash, full hash. So not quite everything there. It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it passes the salt through. I wonder if there's another website that's really quite cool, which is Decode. And sometimes, I'll go to the English version, thanks. So it's a French website, and it's basically for decoding different types of codes as well as hashes. I'm going to type in salt and see if I can get a SHA-1 salt. Ooh, okay. Let's try this out. I might not need to use... So we'll chuck this in here, and TryHackMe was the salt. Decrypt. See if we can get any password.
Sorry, I can't.
Siri is always trying to talk to me. So this one, so the E5D, yeah, it didn't give me a result. I'm not surprised. So this one is that apparently 4816. Thanks, Timothy. I'm just gonna call you Tim. Timothy sounds so formal, like I'm your mum or something. Wow, well done. So I'm curious, Tim, did you use, for that one, did you use 160? Or I'm going to guess use mode 160 for that one. Was that what it actually was, or? And the last one, I wonder if it's, that'd be funny. No, okay. That was just a shot in the dark. I had no idea. It's probably some random password, I guess. But yeah, you can usually do these things. If you had all of this software set up on your computer, all you really need is Hashcat and that RockU password list, and you'd be able to crack so many different passwords. Hashcat with mode 110. 110, what's 110? SHA-1 pass salt. Okay. Oh, does it have a password in it? Oh, it does. Okay. Round 5. Hashcat with mode 110. Cool. So that one would have been nice and quick. I'm gonna guess the that second one, this first one, sorry, would actually take a little bit longer to decrypt through Hashcat. It'd probably take a few minutes, just because of its length and because it's rounds. There's 5 rounds and there's a salt associated with it as well. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get through there, but that's okay. These things take time. So that's basically this challenge. I'll wait for Tim to give me the last password before I wrap it up, but that's essentially this challenge. It's here to teach you the basics of Hashcat and to also show you different examples of encryption and decryption. My examples here are to sort of use this hash finder website because it is super useful. I have used it so many different times. It's one of the most valuable sites out there, I'd say, for understanding what different hashes look like. But after a while, you're going to start recognizing them just by looking at them. For example, that $6 stands out pretty well. That other one before the first one just looks like every other MD5 that I've ever seen. This MD4 looks pretty similar to MD5, but it's a little bit shorter. But yeah, MD5 is probably one of the most common encryption methods as well for VPNs around the world. A lot of VPN software uses an MD5 hashed password to encrypt users' passwords. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If anyone has any questions, just while we're waiting for this last answer to come in, yeah, let me know. Hit me up with some questions. I've got about 15 minutes-ish to answer any questions you want answered, so hit me up with questions now. I'm curious about this other website as well. I'm going to try this. Keep trying this guy. salt suffix word plus salt. So I wonder if it's the other way around. Wouldn't it be funny if you could do hashcat through a website? Like imagine if you just had a web page that was essentially a remote Kali box, and all you had on there was hashcat with a massive list of passwords, like no result, that's a shame. So something like RockU and some of the other massive lists as well, like this huge database of passwords, and you could just type in different commands into there and see if you could, get into stuff on there. Wouldn't that be interesting? Maybe if anyone wants to create a project for university or to potentially get a job, that would definitely stand out, especially if encryption is sort of what you're really looking for. So Waka99 is the password. Let's give that a try. Waka99. Thanks, Tim. Legend. There we go. So that's it. Challenge completed. Yeah, right. So that didn't take too long. Scoreboard. Yeah, right. There's a lot of people in here. Who's this guy? How did he get the top mark, but he hasn't completed it? How does that work? I'm a little bit curious of this website. I'll give it a thumbs up. So if anyone wants to jump on this challenge, there's a link there that I showed you guys before. If you want to do it yourselves, or any of the other challenges on this website, by all means jump on there and give it a try. But yeah, I guess we're finished here, unless anyone wants to ask me any questions, and I'll answer whatever you've got to ask me. So hit me up. I'm going to close down some of these websites as well. I'll check that out later. Hashcat GUI. How good is this? That's a pretty cool website, man. MD5 cracker. Hashcat salt. Wow. MD5. What if I go SHA-1? You're welcome, Soams. Sams. I don't know if I'm doing your name any justice here. I'm terribly sorry. Paste your hash and salt here. So if I go like this, the salt was TryHackMe. Crack my hash. Oh, no result. That's no fun. That's okay. I wonder if it's trying to list it as something else. It might do. Angelina, thank you for the $1. Any questions? Last chance. Anybody? I'm going to be ending this real soon. Nope. Cool. Oh wait, here we go. Do you know a website that commonly used to check latest attacks? Yeah, there's one which is called the Checkpoint. It's by Checkpoint Firewalls. Live threat map. That's the one. So this is kind of cool. I used to sort of play with this. Oh, Fortinet has its own one as well. I'm not surprised. It's basically just a live map of who's hacking who. To check the latest attacks, I guess. I actually collect a whole bunch of different news sources in my Discord, and I have like a Discord server which has a news feed in there. I'll give you a link. I've just got to find out what the link is, so give me 1 sec. Service settings. But yeah, this cyber threat map it's just showing who's attacked. So everyone's attacking Nigeria. Nigeria is attacking themselves. It's a crazy world out there, and yeah, it is what it is. So let me see if I can get you an invite into. Hey, just click on there's a link in the description actually. Click on the link in the description, and you can get into my Discord channel, and you can see different news stories on different hacks. If you want to have a look at ones that are happening like straight away, there's ExploitDB, as well as GHDB, which I'll show you now. Oops. So this is the Google hacking database, and it shows a whole different list of hacks that are currently happening. Some of them link to GitHub stuff, but yeah, ExploitDB is a pretty massive one as well, which is quite useful. If you want to do your own discovery of things that you can hack, you can go to Shodan, which I'll show you as well. It's here somewhere. Just gotta find out where it is on my links. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, let's not do that. So yeah, that's there's other ones on Shodan as well, but yeah, feel free. This website is ridiculous. Apparently Australia is not really doing too much. Oh, we're hacking Guatemala. Good for us. It's a messy world out there. Everyone's trying to crack each other out, I guess. But any other questions before I sign this one out? Okay, Google, how to hack Pentagon. Yeah. Have you heard of Ghidra? That's probably a useful thing. So, Ghidra. So Ghidra is an NSA tool it's like a suite of tools for hacking. Yeah, I haven't used that API key before, but I will reset that later. But yeah, it should get you into a whole bunch of different stuff. Live Ghidra hype. Ghidra is massive. There's a whole suite of tools in there that are really useful for getting into phones and all sorts of stuff there. So the Russian power. Americans. Yeah, have fun with that. But yeah, there's all sorts of different tools out there. A lot of people are either using Kali Linux to, utilize those tools, or all sorts of different stuff really. So yeah, Parrot is another great OS for learning stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that's it anyway. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and yeah, have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully another CTF, and then next week I'll be back after the weekend. So signing out from here. Catch you later. Have a good one.